Okay, hello, and now we're going to continue on a bit. What I want to do is introduce a new object, which is quite nice. It's called counter. What does it do? Well, it's got quite a few inlets and outlets. We can read the help and see what they do. Okay, I'm going to use it very simply, so I'm not going to use much of this fancy stuff that can be done with it. I'll just point out that to make this movie not too long, I'm not going to use it too much, but you can actually bring up help. And help is not just a nice little description of how things work, but also is interactive. So I can see that if I don't put any numbers and parameters here, it just counts up. I send it bangs, you recognize the bang button. The bang button sends a bang message into counter, and counter knows that if it receives a bang, it counts up. If I have two numbers here, this is the starting number to count from, and this is the end number to loop from. So if I actually start clicking there, you can see it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the behavior I want, so I just want something like counter 1, 8. I can now close the help file and actually change my counter in edit mode. I click in, I'm going to make that 1, 8. I can now send it bangs, and I'm confident it's doing what I want, but you can't actually see it. So I'm going to use the I shortcut, I, to create an integer box. I think in the previous movie I forgot to mention you can find things like toggles up here. But see toggle, T, T is the shortcut. So I can just click where I want it, go T, get a toggle button, backspace removes it. Okay, so I'm going to connect that up. I'm going to see now my counter works. Okay, what can I do with all these extra inlets? Set direction, 0 equals up, 1 equals down, 2 equals up, down. Reset counter to number on next clock. Resets counter to number immediately. Sets count maximum. So if I go shortcut I and connect up there, I can change my count to maximum. Before I change it, my maximum is 8. If I set it to 5, then you see it loops with 5. So these inlets are useful. We can make it do interesting things. We've got more than outlets than just a number. That's the current count. That's the underflow, counter hit minimum flag. Counter carry, counter hit maximum flag. And carry count. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little LED there. I can actually Alt click on this one. Oops, I clicked too hard. Alt click on that one, or Alt drag, and put an LED there. We can now actually see I slightly connected up to the wrong place. I always do that in my movies. There's always an error. So we should get a bang every time we get to the maximum. Okay, so that's a little bit more about the counter object. I want to show you a different object called Metro. Now what does Metro do? Metro, as you might guess, I'm in N for new object. I'm going to put Metro 250. This means that if I turn my metronome off, it's going to produce a bang once every 250 milliseconds. How do I know to write Metro 250? Well, I've used it so many times, I know, but if we're not sure, we can open Metro help. You can see that we use a toggle, and there's that little LED, or is that a bang button, flashing twice a second. If I change the set time in milliseconds to 250, so I can even edit the help file, and now it's flashing more frequently. If I change that to 1000, or 1000 milliseconds, or 1 second, we can see that's there, and we can start it and stop it with this toggle button here. Okay, you turn that off. So what do I need? I need T, shortcut for a toggle button, and I can start my toggle. Now you can see what's happening is that this is turning the Metro on. Bang messages are coming out of here. I could actually have the bang message go straight into the counter, but I'm putting it through the bang button so you can see what's going on. I know that if a bang comes on the top of a bang button, the same bang goes out the bottom. Okay, so As you can see, this counter is now counting up regularly. If I put my maximum back to 8, then it's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's going to be useful for what I'm planning to do. But what I'm planning to do will be continued in the next little video. So I'm stopping this one here and watch for the next one, which takes this further.